Once upon a time, on a small farm nestled between rolling hills and a sparkling pond, there lived a friendly and wise spider named Charlotte. Now, Charlotte wasn't just any ordinary spider. Oh no, her webs weren't just for catching flies. She was a spinner of words, you see, and her webs were like storybooks in the air. Using her silk, she would weave letters and words, telling tales and sharing wisdom with anyone who took the time to read them. One breezy summer day, as Charlotte was working on her latest masterpiece, a young pig named Wilbur wandered into the barn. Now Wilbur was a curious and kind-hearted creature who loved exploring the farmyard, but lately he'd been feeling a bit lonely. You see, Wilbur had come to the farm not long ago, and he hadn't made many friends yet. All the other animals seemed to have their own groups, and Wilbur just felt left out. As he walked through the barn, his little tail drooping, Wilbur heard a soft voice calling to him from above. "Hello, hello," it said, and there perched on a strand of silk was Charlotte, the wisest spider in the whole barn. "Don't mind if I ask," she said with a friendly smile, "but why the long face?" Wilbur hesitated for a moment before speaking. "Well," he said softly, "I'm just feeling a bit lonely. I don't know many people here, and it can get quite lonely being a pig sometimes." Charlotte nodded understandingly. "I know what it's like to feel alone," she said, her voice as gentle as the summer breeze. "But you know, Wilbur, loneliness can make us do silly things, like forgetting how truly wonderful we are." She paused, then added with a twinkle in her eye, "And I think you, my dear Wilbur, are quite wonderful indeed." Wilbur blushed at her kind words, and that was the beginning of an extraordinary friendship. As the days passed, Wilbur and Charlotte became the best of friends. Every afternoon, when the sun climbed high in the sky, Wilbur would visit Charlotte in her cozy web. They would chat for hours about everything and nothing, sharing stories, dreams, and laughter. Wilbur learned that Charlotte had a big heart and a love for knowledge, while Charlotte discovered that Wilbur had a talent for storytelling and a passion for adventure. One day, as they sat together in the warm glow of the afternoon sun, Charlotte turned to Wilbur with a serious expression on her face. "Wilbur, my dear friend," she began, "I need your help." Wilbur, sensing the urgency in her voice, immediately offered his support. "What can I do?" he asked, eager to help his beloved friend. Charlotte explained that she had a plan to save him from becoming the farmer's Christmas dinner. Yes, you heard that right. The poor pig had been marked for slaughter. Charlotte had a wonderful idea that might just change everything. "See, Wilbur," she said, "you are more than just a pig. You are a friend, a confidant, and a wonderful creature who deserves happiness. I want the whole world to know it." With that, Charlotte began to spin her magic. She wove beautiful words into her webs, praising Wilbur's wonderful qualities. "Some pig," she declared boldly, "terrific, radiant, humble, and true." Day after day, Charlotte's words grew more enchanting, capturing the hearts of everyone who read them. The farmer's children were the first to notice the webs, and they couldn't believe their eyes. "Look," they cried, rushing into the barn, "the pig is amazing. Look, it says so right here." So it began. People from all around came to see Charlotte's miraculous web and to meet the wonderful pig she had celebrated so beautifully. Farmers, townspeople, even the school teachers stopped by to witness this heartwarming display of friendship and words. Everyone agreed that Wilbur was indeed a terrific pig, a radiant friend, a humble soul, most importantly, an animal who deserved love and kindness. As autumn painted the leaves in fiery hues, and the air grew crisp with the promise of winter, Wilbur basked in the love and admiration of those around him. He was no longer just a pig, he was Wilbur, the cherished friend. But as the days grew colder and the nights longer, Charlotte began to weaken. Her once vibrant colors faded, and her steps, once quick and nimble, became slower. Wilbur noticed his friend's declining health and was deeply worried. One day, as they sat together in the barn, Charlotte turned to Wilbur with a gentle smile on her face. "My dear Wilbur," she whispered, her voice as soft as a summer breeze, "it's time for me to go." Wilbur, sensing the gravity of the situation, felt tears welling up in his eyes. He couldn't imagine his life without Charlotte's wisdom and companionship. Charlotte continued, her voice filled with warmth and love. "Don't be sad, Wilbur. My time has come, but you must carry on. Remember all the wonderful times we've shared, the laughter, the friendship, and the magic we created together. Never forget Wilbur. You are a terrific pig, a true friend, and a shining light in this world." With that, Charlotte closed her eyes one last time, her body growing still. Wilbur, overcome with grief, felt a deep sense of loss. He had lost not just a friend, but a mentor, a confidant, and a part of his own heart. The other farm animals, too, were deeply saddened by Charlotte's passing. They gathered around her web, each sharing their favorite memories of the wise and loving spider. Together, they mourned the loss of a truly special creature. But as the days turned into weeks and the first snows of winter fell, Wilbur noticed something remarkable. Hidden within Charlotte's web were hundreds of tiny eggs. With gentle care, he watched over them, whispering stories and sharing memories of his dear friend. And then one day in the early spring, as the world came alive with the songs of birds and the blooming of flowers, something truly magical happened. Tiny baby spiders, Charlotte's legacy, hatched from their eggs and began to spin their webs. They floated away on the breeze, carrying with them the message of friendship, love, and believing in oneself. Wilbur watched them go, a sense of wonder and pride filling his heart. He knew that Charlotte's spirit would live on through her children, inspiring them to be kind, brave, and true. As the years passed, the farm stayed a magical place. Wilbur, now a wise old pig, would often reminisce about his extraordinary friend, Charlotte. He would share stories of her wisdom and kindness with the younger animals, making sure her memory lived on. And every spring, when the baby spiders returned to the farm, Wilbur would gather the animals for a special celebration. They would admire the beautiful webs, remembering Charlotte's legacy of friendship and love. And so, the tale of Charlotte's web, where a little spider and a pig showed us the true meaning of friendship and believing in ourselves and each other, was passed down through generations of farm animals. It became a timeless story, reminding them and all who listened that even the smallest creature can make a big difference, and that true friendship can be a powerful force, connecting hearts and changing lives. And now, my dear ones, as you close your eyes and drift off to dreamland, remember the tale of Charlotte's web. May it fill your hearts with joy and remind you of the magic that happens when we believe in the power of friendship and kindness. Good night, my little adventurers. Sleep well, and may your dreams be filled with love and adventure.